introduction. And I think that we kind of know why he's here. He's the president of the Massachusetts AFL-CIO. His name's Bobby Haynes. Bobby?
Thank you. Good afternoon, my good brothers and sisters.
Good afternoon.
To the good father from Stonehill College, thank you very much for being here and coming down here and giving your support to these wonderful, wonderful workers. To Barney Frank, you have a congressman in this district that works tirelessly in behalf of all working class people. He makes the fight for us. He's one of the most articulate spokespeople for working people, not just in this Commonwealth, but across this great nation. And then this guy that's right beside me right here, your native son. It was such an honor for me to get to meet his dad here today, to be able to tell his father how much Senator Pacheco means to the AFL-CIO, means to working families. The author of the Pacheco Bill, those of you that are familiar with the Pacheco Bill, prevents privatization if it's being done on the cheap, if it's taken out on the backs of working people. Can you just imagine if we had that bill in the private sector, we wouldn't all be standing here. Think about what they're trying to do to all of you. This is not an isolated incident. This is about breaking unions. This is about breaking down conditions. This is about taking away health care and taking away pensions and taking away negotiations and collective bargaining. So they steal your job and they run to California. They steal your job and they run to Mexico. For what? To abuse workers, to take advantage of workers. I think of Dick Pacheco, was spending 41 years in this facility. And I heard Mark talk about all the previous names that this company's had, that they have bought and sold this company. They've cut it up. They've moved product. They've moved material. And why? Because you're good. You're well-trained. You're well-educated. You're dedicated. You're working people that care. And what happens now? They don't just steal your job. They cripple this community. You're not just 80 workers or 90 workers. You're 90 families and 180 families when you talk about your in-laws. And then double that again. 360 families, the very fabric of this community. They're not taking your job away, they're destroying a community.
Yep.
And I say to you here today that we've got to get much better at politics. We've got to clone this man. We've got to clone Mark Pacheco. We need more state senators and state representatives and governors and congresspeople. We need them to understand it's their job to defend this community. Not just your job, but this community. And at the AFL-CIO, we're all about manufacturing. We care about manufacturing. We know how valuable these jobs are. We know how valuable construction jobs are and manufacturing jobs. And your business agent, your president, Scott over here, he talked about this facility, if they're going to close it down, what they ought to give you. We don't want them to close it down. We want you to stay here. We want you to continue to manufacture in this community. We want them to pay you. We want good health care benefits and good retirement benefits, like Brother Pacheco has over here. It's time all of us stood up, your neighbors and your friends and politicians, and we figured out in the United States how to create a policy, how to create a bailout for working people, not just Wall Street, but Main Street. Billions upon billions of dollars have gone to corporations that have destroyed the very fabric of this nation and the world. You think about these products that they created, swaps and all kinds of financial instruments that you and I never even heard of, that destroyed the housing in this nation, put thousands upon thousands of workers into foreclosure. The same politicians that would destroy us. Well, they need to figure out how to incent the community to save a plant like this. If you need tax breaks, you get tax breaks if you guarantee to keep the jobs here and you keep them here. We've got a lot of work to do together. We have a Secretary of Labor, Joanne Goldstein, in this Commonwealth that was instrumental with the Workforce Workforce Investment Board, getting a $25,000 grant so we can study what we can do here. What are the options that you have? What do we do about the production line? What do we do about training? What do we do about a possible employee takeover of this manufacturing facility? How do we encourage somebody to buy it? How do we sell your skills and your ability and your experience that you've proved time after time after time that you have a profitable company here? When they tell you that this company, Haskon, owns this place, you tell them that people like Dick Pacheco own this place. You tell them about all the neighbors around here that have marched through this factory, that built every brick, that ran every machine, that made this company what it is. And I say keep it here. I say everybody ought to be dedicated to keep it here now and forever for our kids and our grandkids so they have good, decent union jobs. God bless you. We'll never surrender. I'm with Mark till the end. We'll never, ever surrender. Fight on and win. Thank you.
Last but not least, we have the director of organizing from UE. He's come all the way from Pittsburgh.
Hey.